I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to stop because I have to make an announcement, and
I was supposed to ask
well,
you
that. Yeah. Okay, you ask me.
We have a couple of minutes, and even if we're on over for a couple of minutes. So, David.
Yes.
I know you have a big announcement to do. What is it?
I do. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduced to you this morning, or not this morning, or at the beginning of today, I introduced to you the members of my team. But I didn't introduce to you all of the members of my team because I've just launched something new, and I would like to invite 6 other people to come up onto the stage and join me. They know who they are.
David, sorry.
Yeah, okay, great. And I've got your name tags. I didn't give you your name tags beforehand because we weren't public that you were part of the team. So, Mahmouda,
Thank you.
Shalini, Sophie, Fran. Where's Julie? There we are. Excellent. Wonderful. So, about 4 weeks ago, my colleague John and I incorporated a new business called Funding Focus Investment Trust PLC. And I'm now going to read out to you an announcement. I apologize, a little bit of it is quite legalistic. That is for regulatory reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the board of directors of Funding Focus Investment Trust PLC. The following announcement was made at 7 o'clock this morning through the regulatory news service RNS Reach. It is an advertisement for the purposes of the FCA's prospectus regulation rules and has been approved as a financial promotion by Beaumont Cornish Limited, which is regulated by the FCA and is acting exclusively for Funding Focus Investment Trust. Headline: Funding Focus Investment Trust in process of seeking a London Stock Exchange listing to support female and underrepresented entrepreneurs. 10th of March 2022. Funding Focus Investment Trust PLC, the investment trust for female and underrepresented entrepreneurs, announces today that it is in process of seeking approval of a prospectus from the FCA with a view to launching an offer for subscription. It has filed an early notice of listing with the London Stock Exchange. FFIT will offer investors access to businesses it has identified as high-growth businesses across the UK and Europe, led by entrepreneurs who identify as female and non-white ethnicity. FFIT seeks to address the chronic underinvestment in female and underrepresented entrepreneurs of all genders in the UK and Europe, and to rectify the strong bias in the venture capital industry towards all male founding teams. For example, across the UK and Europe, and it was the stats I showed before, I'm not going to repeat them, the board has extensive investment, entrepreneurial and professional experience and is chaired by Shalini Khemka, who you met earlier. Shalini is the CEO and founder of E2E and a business advisory board member to the Mayor of London. She was a former investment director at Lloyds Development Capital and dealmaker for the government focused on attracting fast-growth tech startups to the UK. The other non-executive directors, whom I will introduce in a moment, are Julie Pomeroy, Fran Borman, Sophie Milliken, and Mahmouda Mian. The executive directors are myself, founder and chief executive, and John, co-founder and chief investment officer. And then Shalini makes a statement in the announcement.
Thank you very much, David. So my statement is, having worked directly in private equity for a number of years, and more recently indirectly with venture capital firms across the UK, it concerns me greatly that there is significant underrepresentation of both women and ethnic minorities in leadership positions and on investment committees. Our purpose is to address these unfair challenges by giving access to capital typically required by these groups as they scale their businesses. I'm pleased to be working alongside David, John, and 4 very experienced women, all of whom will be sitting on the FFIT's investment committee.
Thanks, Shalini. We believe that many businesses do not lack vision or potential. They just lack access to appropriate capital and governance to help them realize their growth potential. Our role is to identify and support these visionary and innovative entrepreneurs and their companies through equity funding to fully realize their potential. The purpose of FFIT is to address the unfair challenges and access to capital typically faced by female and underrepresented entrepreneurs as they scale their businesses. Provided the appropriate capital support in governments, we believe these entrepreneurs and their companies will deliver superior returns. I'll just introduce the board to you. So we've already met Shalini, who is our chair. Julie Pomeroy is our audit committee chair and a non-exec director. Julie has been the chief financial officer or finance director of 4 listed companies: Weston Medical Group, Carter & Carter Group, Biofuels International, and Dilliston Group, where she continues to serve as a non-exec director. And during her time with Dilliston Group, she led the acquisitions of 3 companies in transactions valued at £6 million in total. Fran Borman, non-executive director. Fran is an award-winning business leader and author. Her business became the fastest growing in its sector with a nationwide team of over 1,000 people due to the mentoring culture she developed. Sophie Milliken, non-exec director. Sophie is a multi-award-winning entrepreneur, author and speaker who built and sold her recruitment business to a private equity group. She is chair of SmartWorks Newcastle, supporting unemployed women across the Northeast, a supporter of Northern Power Women, and co-founder of City Ladies Networking. And Mahmouda Mian, non-executive director, a former solicitor. Mahmouda practiced in commercial and professional indemnity litigation. Committed to rigorous standards in public life, she has taken on numerous high-profile roles, including being the first female Muslim BBC trustee and a commissioner of the Independent Police Complaints Commission. She is a lay member of the House of Commons Select Committee on Standards. You know me, and last but certainly not least, John de Blok van Kuffler. John has 34 years' experience as chairman or CEO of listed PLCs and private equity-backed companies, specializing in turning small and medium-sized businesses into sector leaders. He also served 16 years on the boards of 2 investment trusts, of which 10 were as chair. Earlier in his career, he was a department head running 4 successful private equity funds. Since 2008, he has been chair of 3 private equity-backed groups: Hyperion Insurance Group, which delivered an IRR of 22% per annum between 2009 and 14; Marlin Financial Group, which delivered an IRR of 42% per annum between 2010 and 2014; and Paratus AMC Limited, the sale of which is in the course of completion at a high return to shareholders. And in fact, I believe yesterday the FCA finally approved the change in control.
That's right.
So, and then this is the last legal bit. Shares in Funding Focus Investment Trust will only be available to purchase once the prospectus has been approved by the FCA and published, and shares should only be bought on the basis of information contained in the prospectus, which will be available online at ffitplc.com. Approval of the prospectus by the FCA should not be treated as an endorsement of the shares. The value of shares can go down as well as up, and investors' capital will be at risk. Ladies and gentlemen, we are launching a fund that will take the work of Funding Focus to the next level. Let the fight for fairer funding continue. Thank you very much. And now I'd like to invite you to join us for a glass of something and some nibbles, and the 7 of us are available to have any conversations with anyone, and you're welcome to chat with us or chat with others. Thank you.